What's up everyone, this is iNertia with another neat trick for PvP. Today we're going to be looking at a shaman trick. This one's a bit more complex, but it's really cool if it's used properly. It's good for any spec. It's very useful in arenas and BGs. It can also be good in PvE for all you raiders out there. This trick has to do with the talent Totemic Restoration. Now this says when a totem is replaced or destroyed before its duration expires naturally, its cooldown is reduced in proportion to the lost duration up to 50% of the full cooldown. Now, a lot of people use this talent, but probably not to its full potential. There are several things this talent is good for. Obviously, if your totems are targeted down, you replace the totem quickly. You get some of the cooldown back, so you can use it again quicker. Something not everyone might think of is picking your totems up manually. It's pretty nice for situations like if you're in a battleground and drop a healing stream totem and then the fight moves away from it, you can pick it up and get some time off your cooldown, so you can drop it again quicker. There's a few other really amazing uses for this, some pretty cool tricks I'll talk about in a minute. First, let's look at how you would do something like this. So how do you pick up your totems? Right-clicking the totem buff on your character pane obviously works, but it's definitely not the most efficient. The best way to do it is with a macro. Now, this macro is a little tricky. First of all, the old macro was broken in 5.1, so now there's a new version which works, but some people have had problems with it. I'm going to show you how to make it work perfect every time. Now, here's the macro up on screen. It's also pasted in the comments so you can copy it. And what it does is the first click will drop the totem, the next click will pick it back up. And the reason it doesn't always work for everyone is that the number in the part that says TotemFrame1 doesn't refer to the exact totem you dropped, but rather to the totem in that position on your character pane. Usually any totem you use will appear in the position of its element. Earth is 1, fire is 2, water is 3, and air is 4. Except the first time you log in or when you reload your UI. The first totems you drop will just be in the position that you use them in instead of their proper position. Like for instance, I'll use a water totem here, it'll be totem 1 instead of totem 3. And then what you need to do is drop one totem of every type as soon as you log in, and then they'll be in the proper positions, and then the macro will work perfect every time. A really easy way to do this is to use the glyph Totemic Encirclement. It's a minor glyph that when you cast a totem, you also place an unempowered totem for any element that are not currently active. That way, no matter what totem you drop, they'll always be in the proper position up top, and the macro will always work. Now that we know how it works, let's take a look at a couple amazing tricks you can do with it. If a totem gives you its beneficial effect immediately, there's no reason to leave it down for its full duration. For example, Tremor Totem is used to get out of fears, sleeps, and charms. When you plop it down, you get out of the fear instantly. You can then pick it up immediately after you drop it and get almost a full 30 seconds of that 1 minute cooldown back up. Effectively, you can tremor twice as often with this trick. Here I'm dueling a Shadow Priest whose fear has a 30-second cooldown. Now, normally I'd only be able to stop every other fear with a 1 minute cooldown, but with this trick, my Tremor Totem almost matches his fear cooldown, allowing me to escape every single one. You won't always get the full 50%. Even if you click it as fast as you possibly can, you'll probably get like 32 or 33 seconds left on Tremor, for example. But they probably won't be fearing on cooldown every single time anyways, and it's still way better than the 1 minute cooldown. See there's about 1 second after the fear. I still have it up. I told him to fear me on cooldown, but it's still a huge help. And it's especially really huge help in arenas against locks with fear and pet seduction, which can get really obnoxious. Or priests like this, or even the warrior fear, which can be really obnoxious and has an even longer cooldown. You can get out of every single one using this. Despite this person next to me being really obnoxious, this trick also works well with Earthgrab Totem. When you drop Earthgrab, any enemies near you are immediately rooted. If you leave it down for its full duration, it will continue to slow the enemies, so if you need that slow, I'd recommend leaving it down. But if the situation calls for it, you can pick it up immediately, still rooting everyone, and get 15 seconds off of the cooldown. So you can use its root effect every 15 seconds instead of every 30 seconds. Again, you'll lose its slowing effect, so it's up to you. But anyone who's played arenas will know a root every 15 seconds will get really annoying fast. Not only can you get people to pop their cooldowns to get out of it, but you're also more likely to have it available at those clutch moments, like if melee DPS pop all the cooldowns and you're going to try a hard switch, you can slow them down and stop them more effectively. Lastly, this can be really useful with Spirit Link as well. Now, this is very situational. I wouldn't use it all the time. Obviously, if your team or a player is being focused hard for a prolonged period of time, you're going to want the Spirit Link's full duration to withstand the damage. But if the situation calls for it, you can drop Spirit Link and pick it back up immediately. Everyone's health pools will balance out, and you'll get a minute and a half off the cooldown. Use it for when someone's health spikes down, but they aren't necessarily being pressured hard for a kill. Like, if you can't afford to stand and cast a full heal, or they're around a pillar, out of line of sight or something, and one more hit could kill them, they could use the instant health boost. But be careful. I wouldn't use this if you know the enemy team has offensive cooldowns up, as you need to save Spirit Link for their burst. If you know that they won't have their big burst ready, and you need an instant, health boost, can be quite cool. You may even fake them out into thinking your Spirit Link is 3 minutes away when you'll actually have it back up in half the time, making them waste their burst while you can actually defend it. Yes, that's it. I mean, honestly, I think every shaman should use this talent, if they're not already. Shamans have a lot of totems, and this is useful for almost every single one of them. Some, like the ones I mentioned, are obviously more situational, but having that increased utility can make a good player even more powerful if they use it right. I'm sure there's a lot of other uses I didn't mention here. Go ahead and comment below if you have more ideas. Thanks for watching this neat trick. Hope this helps some people out. Stay tuned for more neat tricks in the future. If you have any questions about my play or PvP in general, or ideas for other neat trick videos, ask me here or on Twitter. I can make a video showing you and add it to this series. Check out my stream to watch me and my team play live. Follow me on Twitter for updates on when I'm streaming and going live and when I'm uploading videos and other stuff. Good luck. Have fun out there. Peace out.